Thank you very much for those answers. I'll hand over to Faisal Chowdhury for a question at the moment.
Thank you, Convener. The committee has been made aware of the impact of the cost of living crisis for single-parent families. Is there enough concern about the vulnerability of this group to poverty, including child poverty?
Will we ask Ed that?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the OPFS report that was published today is stark reading, to say the least. You know, testimony from parents, and one that particularly jumped out is I feel I'm failing my children because I haven't got enough resources to support them. And this is, yeah, you know, we have to, you know, taking a step back, Scotland is one of the richest countries in the world. Yet we have child poverty levels at this rate, and particularly for lone parents, one of the groups that are far higher in child poverty. So we're aware of that. And we know the causes of child poverty. Two of the main causes are inadequate social security and inadequate income from wages. And we need continued investment in both of those areas to lift these families out of poverty. The £25 Scottish child payment that's lone parents will be receiving from November 14th is incredibly welcome and will make a real difference to many families. But it's not sufficient. It's not enough. It needs to keep its real terms value. So we've got inflation at 10%, possibly higher, and low-income families. A very interesting presentation from Fraser Valander Institute yesterday that breaks down the rates of inflation for the different levels of income, and the lowest 10% have far higher rates of inflation than others. And so we need an above-inflation raise in the Scottish Child Payment in April, when the next uprating is due, to ensure that it keeps its value and keeps supporting these. We also have to make sure that some of the penalties that the priority groups face in the current welfare system are fixed. So a lot of lone parents are also young parents, and young parents are hit by this under 25 penalty in universal credit. They just get less money for being under 25, yet their energy bills are exactly the same. Two-child limit, larger families, we know, are much more likely to be in poverty because the UK welfare system caps the amount of support that you can get to only 2 children. So, of course, that's going to drive larger families into poverty. Both of these need to be got rid of at Westminster, but in the meantime, the Scottish Government, if they're to meet their child poverty targets, need to mitigate the impact of these in Scotland. Lone parents face particular issues as well. Again, changes to the social security system over the last 10 years have meant that lone parents are particularly hard hit. There's talk today at a UK level of increasing conditionality again for parents. Lone parents face conditionality from the age their child was 1. When I started doing welfare rights, a few years ago now, lone parents weren't expected to be looking for work until they were 12. There was employability services to support them looking for work, but it was accepted, but you have to look after your child. And when you haven't got the employability services and the childcare available, you've got a welfare system that penalises lone parents for not finding jobs which they can't take in because of the barriers they face to employment. So a very welcome report from OPFS highlights the issues that families face, and they are a key group that, if the Scottish Government and Scotland as a whole is to meet its child poverty targets, need to get that support, and that is additional investment in social security, as I said, and that support. I'm sure we'll come on to employability more later. That additional support to support them into higher paid jobs.